What's going on, YouTube? Hello, it's Tuesday. Welcome back to the Cardboard Pub, beautiful as always, for another episode of Crafts and Cards. Tonight, I drink a shake chocolate porter from the Boulder Beer Company, Boulder, Colorado. Big surprise there. And still the Olympics. Hopefully you caught my Olympic episode last week for the intro. Gonna go a little more recent than any of those cards. Got some great tunes in the jukebox. Owned this on cassette growing up. So we're gonna start with this beer. Let's get it going because it is one of my absolute favorites. This is gonna be really dark compared to last week's beer. Thought Colorado, Boulder's not too far from the Olympic Training Center. Look at that beautiful pour. Made for loving you, babe. Yep. Jukebox is rocking. Beautiful. As you can tell, shake chocolate porter. Little coffee, little chocolate. Makes for a really good porter in my estimation. This is one that I love. Excuse me. Cheers. Really smooth. This is about a 5.9 ABV, and 33, I think, was the IBU, so a little bitter for a chocolate porter, but, you know, it just goes down smooth, tastes great, so gonna have another one before we get started. Boulder Beer Company is the oldest craft brewery, I believe, Colorado, so not surprising it's in Boulder. A lot of great things. Love Boulder. Been there before. Really fun place. I got a stack of cards here. You may have seen what it is. This might be a little hint. We're going Dream Team today. So this card may stand out to you. Okay. It's one of, I believe, 4 cards that show the Dream Team from 92. And I love this one because it's got the 92 in the background. And I believe it said USA, the Barcelona 92 team or something like that. And here's the back of the card. Look at that roster. Dream if you're cheering for them. Nightmare if you're playing them. So this was my first year teaching. It was the Dream Team. And remember I had posters up. I was young. I did all sorts of activities with these guys. Just an incredible group of basketball players. You know, if you want to talk about a true great time in basketball history, especially pro basketball history, this was it. Most of these guys were in college as well, is when March Madness became March Madness. It really was. You know, Chris Mullen with St. John's, Barkley at Auburn. They didn't make much deep run, but I remember seeing him play. David Robinson with the Naval Academy. Michael Jordan, you may have heard of him. Maybe hit a big shot in the NCAA tournament, I don't know. Stockton, Malone, Johnson. That's when college basketball kicked into high gear. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, 1979, Michigan State, Indiana State. It was epic, and it's what created basketball and March Madness being what it is today. Without that, I don't think it would be. Cards from a few different sets. A lot of them are going to come from Skybox, like this Clyde Drexler. Drexler, for those that don't, played for Phi Slama Jama, Houston University. He and Akeem Olajuwon were teammates. Reed Geddes, I believe, was also on that team. That's when I first started, that late 70s. God, were they fun to watch. Early 80s. Here's the back of the card. The Basketball Tournament of the Americas Champions. Surprise, surprise. Another Clyde the Glide from NBA Hoops. This dude, God, I wish I could remember the other player's name. The other forward for Houston, the University of Houston, but it should come to me, but it'd be too easy. It was on the back. There's the back of that card. It's when I really fell in love with the game of college basketball. Still love it. Been to several NCAA tournaments. It's just one of the greatest. Here's a Chris Mullin. These were long shorts for him. So the basketball crowd wows in Monte Carlo. That's where they played some of their exhibition games. The mailman, Karl Malone at Louisiana Tech. Game 1, they played Angola. Yeah, surprise, surprise. They won. Spoiler alert. Then, maybe probably my second favorite basketball player of all time, Mr. Irvin Magic Johnson. Part of that 79 Michigan State team. He and Greg Kelser. We would play basketball in the driveway for hours pretending to be these guys. Judd Heathcote was the coach there. There's the back. Gold medal ceremony. Look at those great track suits they had. Here's another one from another skybox card of the man, but they have Irvin on this one. You know, you got to remember this was the first time that our pros played in the Olympics. Before that, it was always college kids. But after '88, things didn't go so well. USA Basketball said, screw it. I wish I would have got out. I have a Jeff Grayer card, Cyclone Nation. Okay, he was a member of that '88 team that didn't quite win the gold. That kind of prompted our pros to be playing. So another Magic Johnson, as you can tell, a favorite of mine. We have Scottie Pippen. Okay, he was, when he was one of the least known players on the team. Game 2, they played Croatia. Let's see, Croatia, featuring the Nets, Drazen Petrovic, and European star Toni Kukoc. Kukoc hadn't come over yet. Figured to give the U.S. team one of its toughest tests. Although Petrovic scored 19, Pippen held Kukoc to 4 points and scored 19 himself in the 103-70 victory. Jordan led all scorers with 21. Barkley had 20, and Magic Johnson pulled a muscle behind his right knee and left midway through the first half. Don't remember that. One of those guys in my next card, a guy that I absolutely despised until the '92 Olympics, Mr. Larry Bird. I've come to love him, but he was a guy that always was pissing me off when they played my 76ers. I grew up a 76ers fan with Dr. J, Moses Malone, Daryl Dawkins, those guys. Probably going to do a video sometime on them, but loved it. Game 3 was Germany. Larry Bird showed he could still be a leader and not just a role player. The team high 19 and a 111-68 win. So, Larry Legend. He wasn't terrible. Charles Barkley. Game 4 was Brazil. Kicked some ass there. Guy that I always loved watching play, John Stockton. Little opening ceremonies action on the back. The next, we'll go to this. There's another Charles Barkley. I love these cards. I don't know why, I just do. Got to find a way to find him either signed or get him signed. Chris Mullin. I should have sent this when he was the head coach at St. John's. Now that he's not anymore, don't know how easy it'll get to get that signed. Mr. Karl Malone, the mailman again. And last but not least, assistant coach, PJ Carlissimo. Head coach at Seton Hall at the time. Took his team a few years prior Well, no, he might have been. Did he jump to the NBA at that time? Yeah, I think he had. He was the head coach at Seton Hall in 89. Seton Hall played Michigan in the championship game. I've got a video I need to do on that whole thing too. But thanks for tuning in. A little longer. These last two have been, but so much fun. Reminiscing, having a good time. Remember, till next time, collect what you love what you collect. Cheers.